Hey, my name is Young. Today we're going to take a look at a 3-footed monopod by Vanguard. It's called the VEO AM-264TR. It's made of magnesium alloy. Magnesium alloy. It's quite light and weighs only at about 2 pounds. And it looks like a walking stick. Actually, I think it's even marketed as a walking stick because it's got this carabiner over here. It's got a wrist strap. It's even got like a really nice rubberized grip over here, so you can presumably walk around with it, but don't use it as a walking stick. There are better things you can do with this. But I have to say that this wrist strap has come in really handy for when you're doing work. Because when you have something heavy right on top of this, and you only have one hand free, and you're trying to do something, you need this strap, and it's possible to do something with 2 hands while you kind of let this dangle a little bit. So this strap has been a very useful thing for me. If you look at the top, it comes with a rubberized cap. Again, it sort of feels like a walking stick, but when you remove the rubber cap, you see a 1/4 20-inch thread, and you can put your favorite head on top of that. But if you have like a heavier head, you might need an adapter or a bushing because it's not going to fit. So if you look around the thread, you'll see 3 tighteners. Now, you need an Allen wrench to tighten these up. And to tighten it, you have to look underneath this part here. And to be honest, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to kind of twist it and tighten it up, but this is for your own safety. If you have expensive equipment on top and it's top heavy, then it can go kind of any way, so you don't want that to happen. So do tighten it up. It will be worth it. I hear a lot of noise outside. I really like the design of this. It's a black monopod and it has orange highlights, and I guess that's Vanguard's color, but it really works out well. I really like how the rubber is etched in there, and more bleeping. It's like the cops make that noise whenever they feel like, even when they don't have to use it. Now, the real reason why you'd want to buy a monopod like this is for the 3-footed function. It's not because of the nice colors, although it does really help, but it's almost like going out with a girl that wears really beautiful clothes, but underneath all of that, she has other things that she can do better. So let's talk about the feet. There's 3 feet for stabilizing, and you very easily can open this by pulling it down. Now, the 3 feet are meant to keep everything stable on the ground, but the monopod itself can be moved around and shifted, so you can get even dolly shots and really cool things. All you have to do is keep one of your own actual feet on one of the monopod feet to keep it stable. Now, there's going to be some instances where you don't want the monopod actually moving around. You want it still. So if you look at the bottom, there will be a wing nut. There's going to be a wheel nut that once you screw downwards and lock into place, will definitely keep it stiff. And as you can see from my action, you can't really move it around. It's very strong. And while we're down here, you can see that there's 3 locking mechanisms to extend this monopod really high. And let's use an example. I am 5'9". I'm not that short, but I'm not like a supermodel tall thing either. I'm how many inches away now? 10, 11, 12. I'm 3 inches away from being supermodel material. But other than that, I'm fairly tall. Here I am, standing by myself, 5'9". And here's the monopod standing next to me at its 2-foot tall compacted size. Now, at its extended height, it's 64.1 inches, and that equals 5'4" or so, and that's almost my height. Now, there isn't a video head yet, but add a video head like this Vanguard PH113V, which I'll do in another review. Add this on top, and you have another, say, 5 inches or so, and that will set it up to my height, which is 5'9". But we haven't even added the camera to that. If you add a camera rig, as you see over here, I have a DSLR, I have a VideoMic Pro for audio, and I do have a light over here. This will add another, say, foot or so to that. So if you were doing an event and you were in a sea of people where they're all crowded and you needed to get some shot maybe up here, then it wouldn't be too far off to say that this video head can reach above the heads of most people. Unless you're at a fashion show, in which case you have no choice because everyone is 6 feet tall. Now let's extend it. Now to extend this, we have 3 clasps holding 4 different legs. So you kind of undo, not kind of, but you undo these 3 clasps and extend the 4 legs out. And when you're finished or you reach the height that you want, you close the clasps. And finally, when you're finished with the monopod, you want to close up the legs. Basically what you do is you pull the leg outwards and then you shift it up in turn, like this. There's no buttons, no levers, no gears. All you have to do is pull out and let the spring-loaded mechanism just clasp it back up. So what do I think about this monopod? Well, I like it. It's really nice. It's well built. It's solid. It looks the part. It looks like a serious piece of gear that you can take to work with you. It's very, very useful to use in a run and gun situation where you have a big, heavy gear thing on top of this. And actually what I forgot to mention is that this thing can support up to 13 pounds, I think, of weight. But when you have a video head and then you have more gear on top, so let's say the gear itself will weigh around 6-7 pounds. That's the DSLR, video mic and lights, batteries, cards, and everything there. And the head itself will weigh maybe 2 to 5 pounds. That's a good, that's cutting it close. It'll be really top heavy. Everything on top will weigh more than this actual monopod leg. And if you have too much weight on top, it might start to bend and, you know, creak and make a little bit of noise because you have all this weight right on top of it. The travel tripods that they make use the same exact clasps, and in fact they use the same magnesium alloy material. It's very, very strong and stiff, and it's very good quality actually, well manufactured too. Now there was one thing that did bother me a little bit about this monopod in the beginning, and that was closing of the feet. Normally you would take this monopod by the inside because the foot's been in places where maybe you don't want to quite put your fingers on, right? Because you've been running around all day. You've had this equipment on top, you've been running around, you've been, you know, moving this, and you're kind of sapped of strength. It takes quite a bit of strength to pull it out. The easiest way to do it is to put it close to you and sort of pull outward. And now that made it easy because now you have some leverage. Or you can put it on the ground, if it's up like this, and then put maybe one hand against it, and then pull it up, and then go downwards. Somehow I wish there was an easier way, like an easier mechanism, maybe like a switch, that'll easily, that'll easily allow it to come and close itself up. But it's a minor issue, you'll get used to it after a couple of, you know, practice runs, but more or less, it's not a bad piece of kit. So there you have it. We've taken a look at Vanguard's 3-footed monopod, the VEO AM-264TR. Until the next time, we will probably look at this guy here, Vanguard fluid head. No, it's not a fluid head, it's a video head. Ding. We'll probably take a look next at this video head, which is the Vanguard PH113V. But till then, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Someone's playing their stereo really loud on their car.